Hello, Vibe Tribe.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing well. Can't complain.
Well, that's
Would you
good.
Would you listen if I did
I
have any
absolutely
complaints?
would listen. I absolutely. As you all can tell, I still have not gotten my hair done.
Listen, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all
It's
good.
okay for you to show up in different. It shows the different facets of Sherry.
Or it just shows that I have
See,
not
here we
been.
go. She can't.
It's all good. By the next time y'all see me, my hair will be done. It'll be laid, all that good stuff.
Do y'all care about that?
No, I know, but I do because
Okay,
I do like a nicely freshly done
you
hair.
do.
It is always feels good. My daddy says that women act crazy when they get their hair done. You can't say nothing to them, and that's true.
Yeah, there's
So
a level of cuteness that just
yeah, you can,
exudes.
and that kind of fits into the whole independent woman vibe. If you independent and your hair cute,
Ooh.
you can't say nothing to them. Nothing. But anyway, so you're doing well. Excuse me.
You're fine.
Um, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a little vibe check. And this is gonna get real personal real quick.
Oh Lord.
And it's one of Sean's favorite things to talk about.
What's that?
Um, how are you feeling about uh your overall body image? Are you
Uh
she literally rolled her eyes at me.
Listen,
And what are you willing to do about it?
okay. So I first of all, I have always been a very curvaceous, thick girl and now woman,
Hmm.
which I am comfortable in that for the most part, right? But have always been conscious of my health.
Hmm.
So, and with that comes, how I like to see myself. Like there's a certain um, way that I like to see myself, and in terms of my aesthetic.
Hmm.
So, as I've gotten older, my weight has always like fluctuated. I like to eat.
Who doesn't?
But I have also for a large part of my life been an active person in some shape, form, or fashion. And I used to be a runner. Like when I
Oh.
was younger, I used to run like 3 to 4 times a week. And it wasn't because I liked running. Like
Hmm.
you would never catch me running a marathon, half marathon, none of that. But it was because
5 and 10 Ks.
no,
Okay.
not running. Walk, yes, because it's just not good on your joints.
That's true.
But I did it because I wanted to look a certain way.
Hmm.
And that was my frame of mind when I was younger. So now I am still active. My body has changed. You have
Mm.
hormones, you have perimenopause, menopause, all these things that play a part in um, how you look. And gaining control of those things can sometimes be a challenge, right? Like I am that person that will listen to like, if I could show you how many doctors I follow on social media that talk about what you should be doing at this age and this age or whatever. But but to your question, I right now I feel comfortable with how I look,
Hmm.
although I have more recently become more focused on like weight training,
Hmm.
because at our age, at our age, I don't should I include you?
Sure.
At our age, that's what we should be doing. We should be
Uh-huh.
weight training.
Hmm.
Back in the day, I was very focused on cardio, and
Hmm.
that actually helped me to maintain my weight. Now it's because there's osteoporosis and all these things, we need to focus more on weight training, which is what I've decided to do. So I'm now working with a trainer,
Hmm.
which I'm very happy about. He's a nice guy. And I feel like, I'm on the path to, because I also want to shed some pounds.
Hmm. Do you notice she said shed some pounds? We don't lose weight, we shed pounds because if you lose it, you can always find it. So, and we don't want to find it again. We want to shed some pounds so wherever they go, they can stay gone
Yes.
and you just keep moving on.
And they're easily found on somebody's plate, like whatever plate you have in front
Or
of you
in an
or
ice
whatever.
cream bowl is where I like to find mine.
Yeah. And so that's where I am right now. And so what am I doing about it? That's what I'm doing about it. Like I'm, focused on shedding some pounds, keeping my blood pressure down, and just feeling healthy,
Hmm.
like, making sure that I'm doing all the things to be healthy at my age.
Hmm.
So I play a lot of tennis, as you do. Um, and I now have started more walking.
Hmm.
And I've never been, in terms of my eating, I've always paid attention to that. But I don't eat crazy. Every once in a while, you splurge or whatever. But just honing in on all those things, which is a lot.
Yes. And it's juggling all of those things, especially as we age. It's just it can be daunting. But so overall, you're pleased with your body image. You're just tweaking and fine tuning some things.
Yeah, I enjoy being thick, you know, and but I just want to get more toned.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think for me, my body image has always been fairly positive, except for
mm,
right after when I had the children, because I was um, at about 200 pounds when I had the kids.
mm,
I got yeah, I gained about 60 pounds with each
mm-hmm,
kid, and
mm-hmm,
because I really enjoyed eating.
mm-hmm,
And my doctor was like, when else can you just eat and no one judge you? And so I took that as a license to do
mm.
whatever I wanted to do. And yeah, I really enjoyed being pregnant. So, but I've always had a pretty good body image. But I've always worked out like you. I used to run, but I would do 5Ks, 10Ks. I've done a half marathon, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm,
And then I met and fell in love with tennis and
mm-hmm,
put everything else kind of behind me. But I've always have been active. Even when I first got out of college um, and got married, I joined a gym and had a personal trainer. So
mm-hmm,
I've always kind of kept up with that
mm-hmm,
because I like the way that I look when I was um, training. But
mm-hmm,
overall, body image is healthy, I
mm-hmm.
think. And do you think that's the case for most people, or do you think that with the whole GLP-1 and stuff like that, do you think people are still pretty much struggling with their?
I think people are struggling, and I think weight is some. Well, first of all, let me say this. I think that people are looking for the quick way.
Yes.
This is nothing against people who have decided to take GLP-1s or whatever. Do what you do. But I think that people there's so much information out here that people just find it hard to determine what the path is for them.
Hmm.
So it's like, do I start with nutrition or do I need a nutritionist? Or do I start with, you know, just going to the gym? Do I start with the trainer, whatever? So I think there is some, not confusion, but just not being able to, with all the information out here, not being able to determine what route is the best route for you.
Right.
And so, listen, for people who, have decided to go the GLP-1 route, um, more power to you.
It
Um,
works for a lot of people.
yeah,
And if you're struggling with your body image,
but and so, okay, so the whole body image thing is an interesting topic within itself because do you think that people subscribe to the skinny is healthier?
gosh, I don't know anymore. I really don't
I
know.
think they do. And
Yeah.
that I think that for a lot of people is the impetus for getting on the GLP. Like I don't think Now, I'm
Hmm.
saying in this day and age, I don't think it has anything to do with their numbers or diabetes or any of that. I think people are just looking for a certain aesthetic.
Huh.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also why you find when you look at a lot of these people, they're sunken in.
Mm.
Because it's also known to it doesn't it does something to your muscles, like you're
Oh,
not,
like they atrophy?
yeah, and it's so I'm saying I feel like a lot of people you have to do what is best for you. People have to know what their
Right.
dispositions are,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
And do what's best for you, not because you see somebody who was on it, they're skinny and, you know,
For some people, that's enough. I mean, depending on your body image, they like, well, shoot, if she doing it and look that good, I'm gonna go ahead.
yeah. So, I mean,
Another thing I heard about it is that it quiets food noise, which
mm-hmm.
I had never heard of it. And this is a very long vibe check.
Oh, are we still in the
We're still in
vibe
the
check?
vibe check. But I just find it fascinating. And I just had to ask the question about the GLP-1s, but I had never heard of food noise
Oh,
before
yeah.
and how it just really quiets that. So you're not just, you go somewhere and, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. And so because it quiets that a little bit, you're not overeating and all
Mm-hmm.
of that stuff. So, yeah, I had very strong opinions about the GLP-1s when they
Mm-hmm.
first started,
Mm-hmm.
but then now I'm just kind of like, what you do, whatever
Right.
whatever you need to do to make yourself feel better and give you the look that you want, and that whatever body image that you have for yourself, and it gets you there, do that. I mean, and we don't know the consequences yet of the GLP-1 stuff.
We've seen it. So, but
Yeah.
yes, you're right.
So anyway, so I'm okay with it. But okay, so you had mentioned moving out of the vibe check. We'd love to hear um, how you all are feeling about your body image. Are you willing to do the GLP-1 stuff? Are you going to go the gym route? Are you going to do the nutrition route? Just interested to hear from you all. What do you think? What are you willing to do?
Yeah, or even if body image is a thing for you.
Because it might not be. You might be, rail thin and cool with it. Or you might want to have a big old booty, some big
Big
old,
old
some
belly.
tickle
I don't
bitties,
know. Not
and
some tick old bitties.
you might want some tickle bitties. You know, let us know. Let
Mm-hmm.
us know. But in that vein, you mentioned that you've always had a pretty positive body image.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some tweaks that you want to make now based on, and so you just engaged with a personal trainer.
Mm-hmm.
How has your experience been at the gym?
It has been great. So the type of gym person that I am is I don't like I like to go when there's not a lot of people there.
Hmm.
You know, and part of my experience has just been so he has me my trainer has me on these every day is a different sort of workout.
Hmm. You go
And
every day?
no,
Oh,
every
I
day
was
that
going
I
to say,
go,
ooh, girl.
every day that I go.
How many days a week do you
Now it's like 2 to 3.
go? Okay.
So I've run into these situations where people are just sitting on the exercise machines that I need, whether it be a content creator or somebody who's just sitting there like I don't know if they're in between reps or I don't know, but
Hmm,
do
that's
your
different.
thing and move on.
Right.
Like
Oh, do your thing, wipe it down, and move on. Please and thank you.
but yeah, it's been going great. And I will tell you that I this is a literal recent journey that I've started. So I've only been with him probably now for 2 months.
Okay.
And so in terms of my energy level,
Hmm.
like stark difference.
Hmm.
In terms of the amount of rest that I get,
You
very
sleep
different.
much better, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that alone, as it relates to like work and all that stuff is very beneficial.
Hmm.
And so he's been very aggressive with my workouts, which I enjoy. So it's been working out very well.
Okay. So have you noticed anything, mm, I'll say, odd or different in the gym? Like, um, because I consider myself a reluctant gym rat. Because I've been going to the gym for years.
Mhm.
I don't love it,
Mhm.
but it's a necessity. So
Mhm.
it's just like, bathing every day. You just have to do it. And so
Mhm.
that's kind of my attitude about working out. You just have to do it, period, because the body was built to move.
Mhm.
So, that's important. But having been in the gym world for a very, 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 very long time,
Mhm.
I've seen all kinds of trainers and
Okay.
I've seen all kinds of gyms.
Mhm.
And so I was actually just last night I was talking to my parents about being at the gym, and a trainer that I know will have you working on different things, and his clientele is older. And so I have seen more recently a lot of trainers. Oh, I don't have a phone, but they are scrolling now. The person is here working out and they on Instagram
Mhm.
and whatever their social media of choice is, and they don't even know what you're doing. And they ain't counting. They
Mhm.
don't know what you're doing. They don't know what your form is. All of that.
Mm.
And there was this one gentleman, and a lot of times in these gyms, people are older because we're the ones that know, okay, I got to get to the gym. I got to start doing weight training. I got to. And so this one older gentleman was doing chest press, and he did about 7 or 8 of them. And then about that ninth one, he was
It's
like
all started shaking.
shaking. And, my partner was like, okay, he is in trouble. The trainer is watching whatever video he watches.
Oh wow.
He's a very good trainer, but sometimes he get caught up.
Mm.
And so when he saw my partner making a beeline to this person, he gets over there and he helps him get the weight up.
Mhm.
But what is happening in the gyms where trainers are almost disengaged? Like they give you the routines, but then they're
Mhm.
almost disengaged. And what's incentivizing people to
To get a
keep
trainer,
to get
yeah.
a trainer and keep people coming back? So that's what I mean by, have you noticed anything in your 2 month stint being at the gym? Is it different than from when you were in the gym before, or is it about the same?
What I will say is that this I have not had that experience because even the previous trainer that I was going to, he was very he was there, he was
Mm-hmm.
present, but he also was within my age
Mm-hmm.
bracket. So he wasn't like a social media. So I think
Okay,
the
it did.
generation
Yeah, that's true.
also plays a part because the guy that I have now is much younger,
Mm-hmm.
but he is also very engaged. Like he's helping me. Like I will do my reps, and once I leave the machine, he will go get the thing to wipe off the machine and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
he's
Mm-hmm.
very engaged. We use this app to track, all of my exercises and my reps and
Oh,
stuff. And he has my phone checking off things. So he's very engaged. I
oh,
will
that's
say
really
that.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. But I also think with every profession, people are just in it just to
For the
get some money.
hustle. Yeah.
Right. And so, this is where we need to be our own advocate, right? Like recognize and be like, okay, we're not aligned. Like what you're trying to do and what I'm trying to do is just not aligned. So I need to find somebody who is more attentive to me.
But that's a balancing act, right? Like sometimes if you've been around the gym quite a bit and you know the techniques and you know the form and all that stuff, maybe you don't need as much help.
Yeah.
or it, or maybe you're not being challenged enough. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
an interesting balance. But I have noticed too that sometimes when older people come to the gym, and by older I mean older than us,
Hmm.
um, there was a younger guy trainer who had some older people that he was working with, and he had this older woman doing agility drills, like football agility drills. And I was just like, she don't even have on the right bra for all that. Like, she is struggling. You can't see that this older woman is struggling. I mean, no disrespect, but breasts were everywhere, bouncing every. Why is she on the ladder doing like footwork drills and stuff like that when her doctor said, you need to shed some pounds because you're pre-diabetic or your blood pressure is higher. It was just like a total disconnect.
Hmm.
He had this old woman and doing those little hurdles. She jumping over hurdles.
Lord have mercy.
So it's just you see a little bit of everything in the gym. And I think that the gym culture, whereas like years ago, it was like a meat market where
Hmm.
people would just go to meet someone and whatever. But now it's kind of changing and morphing a little bit into I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know what either. And in terms of the meat market aspect of things, I think people are now have figured it out that let me get these headsets on so I won't hear what you're saying. I can act like I don't even see you if you even trying to say something.
So that's what you do.
Yeah, like don't say. I come in the gym, I speak to the young ladies, whoever's at the desk, and headsets go on and I go on about my unless my trainer is there, then
Hmm.
we're talking or whatever. But if I'm in there by myself, I don't talk to me. I mean, don't talk to me unless you like. There's no reason why we should be like. Why? What are we talking about? We don't know each other. What are we talking about in
Well,
the
how do
gym?
you get to know each other if you don't?
I don't want to. No, that's just being real. I don't want to. Like that's why
Well,
I
that
have
might have
these.
been what happened to me because that's where I met my friend. Well, my man, my serious committed relationship. My partner. I actually met him at the gym.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it
So,
wasn't.
how? Who initiated conversation?
It wasn't me,
Oh,
but I didn't have on headphones.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I mean, I don't have a reason to be meeting anybody in the gym.
yeah. I mean, I didn't either, but I don't know. It was. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that'll be very effective. I'm sure you won't
yeah.
get. Your boo
Mm-mm.
will be very glad that you wear those headphones.
And for what I've learned, ain't nobody gonna approach me anyway because I look like a police officer. I look like I've
You
been in the
do.
military. This guy just the other day, this is off topic, but he was like, "Are you military?" I said, "No." I was in the grocery store, and
He needs a better opening line.
he was like,
Because
"You."
clearly he thought you were cute, but that's not a good opening
He
line.
was like, "Are you military?" I was like, "No." He was like, "Are you a police?" No. Oh, okay, because you look so like he couldn't even get the word out. I was like, no, I'm just living life out here. I I am not
And
a
he just
police.
said that and just carried on.
And then I just walked away. I really didn't give him an opportunity to say anything more. So,
Yeah,
and
because you sound stupid.
I wasn't even interested in the context around that. But so even
You should
if,
have had your headphones on. He wouldn't have said nothing to you.
but yeah, so nobody's approaching me anyway.
I don't
So
believe that for
I'm just
a
like, let me
moment.
go ahead and put on these headsets so to make sure.
I don't believe that for a second.
People think that I'm a police officer or in the military.
Mm, okay. Well, what does your trainer do to help incentivize you to to keep coming back, to keep to stay engaged? And I know there's like goal setting and things like that, but since you're kind of new on this journey, not to working out, but to working with this trainer, what are some of the things that they're doing, and how do you stay motivated? How do you keep it going?
So I am that person that needs the trainer.
No
Like I
question.
realize that I need the
Yep.
trainer, and I think I'm just motivated by the. First of all, he speaks very positively.
Oh, he's not
Uh,
beating you down and berating you?
no, um, and I am the pain that I feel while I'm working, and this is honest. The pain that I feel when I'm working out is motivation enough for me because I know that my body is changing,
Mm-hmm.
and like I've noticed changes already, like with like my stomach and just different areas of my body and mentally.
I think that's the biggest thing. Even if you don't see changes in your body right away, you feel stronger, which increases your confidence, which
Hmm.
you feel like you've done something for the day.
Yeah.
So even though like you're in pain, if you're sore after you work out or whatever, there's a certain level of accomplishment that you feel that helps boost
Hmm.
your self-esteem, all that good stuff. So that I think that that is an important aspect of it.
Yeah.
But also having a positive, engaged trainer,
Hmm.
that helps.
Hmm. Yeah, and the prior to this, like mid morning around 11, I would be like on a slump.
Hmm.
And that's not the case now. Like I would come, home from my workout or whatever, and I need to. What's most beneficial to me is working out in the morning,
Absolutely. Yep.
and it helps me to be more productive throughout the day.
Do you find you're more focused?
Hmm. More focused.
I was
Where was I
asking about
going?
your motivation, like
Oh yeah,
what he
yeah.
does to kind of keep you
So
motivated, if
he,
anything.
yeah, he, I, I think it's just, I don't know if it's necessarily anything that he's doing outside of keeping me accountable
Hmm.
and not letting me cheat on, the weight or the reps. And
That's the big thing. I think that's why why it's important they stay engaged because, again, I'm a reluctant gym rat. So if my trainer goes somewhere else,
I will
then
lessen that
listen,
weight.
especially well, I usually don't lessen the weight, but the number of reps, if he says 21,
And
I don't get
mentally,
it.
if you are used to doing 20 and even the 21, it's like, oh my God.
And then he'll always, that's the thing about trainers though, he'll always catch me. I don't know how he does, but he's like, that wasn't 15. That wasn't what it, and I'm like, how do you know you weren't even anywhere around? And maybe he just knows I cheat sometimes. I don't know. Or like I'll break it down. So I'll do 10 and then I'll catch my breath and then do another 10. And he's like, why are you breaking it down? He's like, you're not getting any benefit
Yeah,
of it out of it by resting during your set. However, if he's standing right there,
you'll just bang them
I'll
out.
just do them.
You just bang them
But
right out.
I will look to cheat a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't say that I would don't because I do. But also, so I go to Planet Fitness,
Hmm.
and the machines keep track of your reps.
Really?
Yeah, so you can, and I think that is also, so it's like you can't really
I
cheat
never
like
knew
that.
that,
Yeah.
girl. Because I'll be like
Well, in this
7.
one is new,
Okay.
so
Yeah, I'm at 8, and if he disappeared, I'm at 12 all of a sudden. When he comes back, he's like, "What number is that? That's 14." So yeah, I definitely, to my own detriment, right? I mean, I I don't know,
facts.
you know, but some of it is like I don't want to win a bodybuilding competition. I
Hmm.
just want to be able to stand up from a chair without,
Or
you know,
pushing yourself up, like you just want to be
yeah,
able
I
to get
just
up.
want to be able to get up. And so the goals are different, but I think that I just think that it's important for us to be there and for us to do things um, to benefit ourselves. And things are just different now as we age. The goal is different and all of
Hmm.
that. But I have heard a rumor, and I think that you've shared with me a little bit that people are
Uh-oh.
doing some interesting techniques, using interesting techniques to motivate people to get into the gym.
Uh-huh. Do share.
No, you do share about. So you were sharing with me how some gyms actually incentivize people because if they, if they are taking like weekly measurements, weight for instance, whatever, if they gain weight, then sometimes they're making the people pay a little extra.
Yeah. Some of these private gyms kind of do whatever they want. And I just feel like as say for instance our parents, like we
Hmm.
want to keep them healthy or whatever. I think with seniors, are we we're
We're not seniors.
oh, okay.
We're certainly middle aged, but not seniors. Not
With
yet.
seniors, you have to be careful. Like I know that I have to be an advocate for my mother, and I have to be listening and looking at everything that's happening, with her in terms of what she's engaged in or whatever. Because I feel like as people get older, they become comfortable with certain things and certain people. Like I remember my grandmother used to swear by this doctor that she used to go to, and
Hmm.
after she passed away, we was like,
What
child,
was happening with
this
that?
Dr. Kevorkian. No, I'm just kidding. But it's just like we have to pay attention to that because there's something about seniors where like they're so committed. Like even with my mom's doctor now, like she swears by. And I think he's a good doctor,
Hmm.
but I also think that even with our doctors, there are things you need to challenge and certain
Absolutely.
questions you need to,
Right.
ask and all of that on
And
behalf of yourself.
in the context of trainers, let's be clear, not all trainers have been trained. And I mean, not all certifications have been certified.
Are recognized.
I'm going to leave that there. But
No, I hear
just
you
because
on
a
that.
test has been taken don't mean that the test has been taken.
Yeah. And so
For,
I think there is some so to your point that there are people out here who have built up this reputation of
hmm.
being a trainer or a health and fitness whatever, and have recognized that there's a certain demographic of people that they can attract, who they can sort of
Strong arm.
get them
Okay.
on to their school of thinking. Yeah. So I don't know how you want me to address this, but it you know
Only share what you're comfortable with
yeah.
sharing.
And so with every gym, you pay a monthly fee. If you go, you still pay. If you don't go, you still pay.
Right.
But if you are having people like there's certain measures that some of these gyms have in place where they're questionable because you
Hmm.
don't want people to you want people to come. The whole purpose of the gym is to help people lose weight, not to be have them be ashamed of whether they have gained a couple pounds or whatever.
Well, in the whole journey, you're gonna probably gain some pounds sometimes. Like I know.
Even you, the trainer.
Listen, I
So what
remember
are we doing?
I had a trainer one time. This was years ago. And the trainer, we were training outside, and he was like, "Oh, go in my bag and get the such and such." So I was going in the bag to get the such and such. And when I tell you the number of Twix and Snickers papers that flew, and a pack of cigarettes that flew
No
out of his
way.
bag, I was just like,
What are we doing? That's
"You
crazy.
surely you can't be training me when you have Twix, Snickers, and a pack of
That's
cigarettes
crazy.
in your bag, and you're going to ask me to go in the bag and get your stuff? Like, you should have known I would see that stuff." Anyway, that was the last session we ever had. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it anymore.
Because how are you advocating for this and you're not even following any type of healthy.
You're just
You're doing the
relying
very opposite.
you're relying on the fact that you're 20 something
Mm-hmm.
and trying to try. And so I was just like, that was the weirdest. That was very odd. Now, most of my trainers have not been like that. I've had trainers. You speaking of the practices that especially these private gyms have had,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about this wasn't a private gym, but personal trainers. I worked out with a personal trainer before. This is when I first started. He required all of his clients to transition to vegan, and I did it
Oh,
for a number of years.
how did that work out for you?
I'm no longer vegan. It did not work out for me at all. Initially, I felt very energized. I felt, yeah,
Really?
I mean, I felt really good. And then after about 6 months, my energy dipped so low, I couldn't get up. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so bad. I went to a nutritionist, and she was also an acupuncturist and all of that other stuff. And she told me, she was like, well, this would be an appropriate diet for you if you were a little Asian woman from Okinawa. And I was like, so are you telling me because my ancestors are from the motherland, I should be eating meat? And she said, I would never say that to you.
Mm,
However,
comma or
yes,
semicolon. However, is a transitional, right?
everyone says however, comma.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was like, you should be eating meat. And I promptly started eating meat again, and I felt
Not
fine.
probably.
I felt fine. But so people do have all these different practices
Mm-hmm.
and these different ideas of what would work for people. And it almost seems like it's a one size fit all, as opposed to people being really trained and certified to kind of tailor what they do for
The particular
that
person.
particular person.
So there are a couple things. One is that the curriculum for trainers should be evolving and changing, and all of that.
Okay, this is a true confession. I have my certification in personal training.
Okay.
And
Did I know? I think you told me that
yeah,
before. Okay.
I do. And because I've been at this gym, I've been working out with this one trainer since before COVID. And, you know, his gym has taken off, and he was getting a lot of older people, and
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't service all of them. So he was like, help me out. Can you get certified so you can start working with some of these people? And I thought it was, and I had always toyed with the idea. So
Mm-hmm.
I went and got my certification, and I trained a few people for a period of time. But it was really difficult, I found,
Mm-hmm.
um, because each person is different.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I had the older people, because he didn't really have the temperament to deal with the older people, and he goes hard, and he doesn't really take those things into consideration. But you have to,
Yeah.
because you don't want anybody to pass out when you're working with them. And older people, they don't want to be in bodybuilding competitions. They just
Right.
want to be able to carry a gallon of milk and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I say all of that to say that the training, I haven't, unless you go all in and do a lot of training on your own and a lot of study on your own, you're not getting a lot of really good information through these classes. I
Mm.
think it's a base level,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like impressive.
Yeah, so I feel like, so that is a good point because most people who come to trainers and be like, I want to lose weight or I want to tone up, like the basic level of education that a trainer has gotten allows them to help, that client or whatever, and help them transform their body, I
Hmm.
believe. I'm just thinking about, just people's health profiles and, genetics and history and all of that stuff, which to some degree is the responsibility of the client to
Yep.
convey those things, to say, hey, I have this going on. What I will say about the trainer I have now, he asked me like a lot of those questions.
Like one of my clients had yeah, hip problems and back problems and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I could have this man in traction. So I found myself spending a lot of time trying to figure out ways to help him work out that wouldn't cause more harm than good. And I was just like, I
And
gotta
did he
full
need a physical therapist
yes, he
versus,
did.
yeah,
And then when the well, I won't tell that story. But yeah, we did not work out for long because he was only there because his doctor was like, "You gonna die if you don't start working out." And girl, I would see him leaving the gym, and he'd be at the daggone liquor store before after his
he trying to numb that hip pain.
after his workout. He was like, "Woo, I need something to help." So I don't know. It was weird. It was difficult. A couple of my clients saw dramatic change. Um, and some didn't at all. But it's all a function of how much
Yeah,
you work outside of the 2 or 3 times you're in the gym.
absolutely. So it's that supplemental workout that
Right.
you need to supplement the workouts that you do with your trainer for sure.
And I didn't have any incentives like, pay me extra if you gain weight. And maybe I should have. If you gain a pound or two extra, I get $1 a pound that
Oh,
you gain.
you would do that? You believe in that type of? Do you believe that that is motivation?
No, but I should. I try it. I get paid more. I know a lot of people who worked out with trainers, and they are bigger now than when they had been with the trainer.
What you mean? They oh, when they were working with the trainer, they were one
Steadily
size.
gaining weight.
What? What in the world?
I do know. I mean that happens.
Yeah.
If you don't watch your nutrition, it's a lot of things. And I because I've been around it for so long, I do know some trainers who are reluctant to push. Like most trainers push you
Mm-hmm.
and they give me one more, give me two more, and all of that. But I have trained with someone where you like, oh, this is so hard. And he's like, oh, okay, well, here's a different way.
Oh Lord.
And that was not fun.
Yeah, that's
Bec-
counterproductive.
yeah. And so that's how you can find yourself in a situation where you gaining weight because they don't want to make you sad or they don't want to make you
Oh
uncomfortable.
Lord, they're in the wrong line of business.
Yeah. And maybe they were just looking for people to date. I don't know.
Mm. That's why I keep my headphones on, so you can't even talk to me about nothing. Don't
Yes.
even look at me, because I ain't gonna look at you.
Well, that's why they think she in former military. Yeah, so it's this was just kind of a little hodgepodge of, experiences at the gym, body image, and how all of that kind of works together to help us move forward. And gyms are just very interesting places. There's a lot of things going on at the
Yeah,
gym.
there is. And the introvert in me is very much a people watcher. So
So
I,
you have seen all kinds of stuff
oh,
at the gym.
yeah. And the conversations that go on inside my head, it's just like, what is going on here? And again, it just brings me back to these content creators who are in the gym, and it's just like, what are you doing? I can't get with it, but I'm in there and out of there. And I say, have a good day to the ladies at the at the front, and
You
not
speak
going
to the
about my.
ladies at the front when coming in. You speak to them going out.
That's
But
right.
that's
Anything in between, unless it's me and my trainer.
so lots of things going on at the gym. But I would be interested in hearing about people's, where are you with your body image? What are you doing to help um, get you where you want to go? If you're not fully satisfied with your body image, is the gym the right place to be? Or are you just doing something on your own, working out to avoid all of the foolishness?
Yeah, and are you a person who needs a train? You realize, like, you've tried it on your own, but you realize that you need a trainer, like somebody who's going to hold you accountable and help you, you know, take it up a couple notches.
I think it should be part of the universal health care.
Absolutely, like no joke.
Yeah, because it's wicked and deep. It's wicked and deep. Trying to pay for this, just trying to be healthy.
Yeah,
Why?
but your health is worth it. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it all part of it. But let us know. Let us know what you think in the comments.
And to that end, always remember that we are on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on all social media platforms, and we want for you all to like, share, comment, engage with us.
Please
We want to hear from you.
have a wonderful rest of your week, and we
Yes.
will chat with you next time. Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Two Chicks, One Vibe. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like, share, and follow on all social media platforms and Spotify. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see you all on the next episode.